Yeah, we don't play the quiet game. You have to whisper like this.
That's her coffee chant. She's chanting for the coffee.
Oh, she's making her coffee. What are you making? Are you making coffee too? Oh, you need to get more cups? It's ready? This one's for me? Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll taste it. Mmm, it's good. Oh yeah, sure. Thanks. Okay. Okay. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby.
Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby.
Wait, what's your favorite song?
She never owe him.
Huh, no, I don't need any more coffee. Yes. Hey, I see you. She waited for the prime opportunity. Why don't you go make the baby some coffee?
Let's go make the baby coffee. All babies should have coffee.
Start them young. Hey everybody, it's Naya. Welcome back to Naya's Vlogs. Do you hear noise in the background? That is my baby sister trying to video bomb the video. Welcome back. It has been, according to my YouTube timeline that says I uploaded 3 weeks ago, it has been 3 weeks since the last time that I sat down and filmed a video, and a lot has happened. So let's take it back. What happened in the last vlog? I was reading the second and the third book in the Shadow Me series, and I had just received this beautiful, wonderful book so this book came in the mail, and yeah, so the last vlog was very, very emotional, very, you know, energies were high. Update, I finished Restore Me. I know you guys have been patiently, well, maybe not that patiently. I know some of you guys messaged me quite viciously. I mean, in like a nice, but like, Naya, you need to do this kind of way. So yes, it has been 3 weeks. I finished this book 2 weeks ago. I'm currently on my second round of rereading and annotating it. Like, what are my thoughts is probably what you guys are wondering. And honestly, I tried to vlog my experience reading this book, but it was just like such a personal experience. I just couldn't pick up the camera and vlog it. I just had to just be alone in my thoughts and just like my enjoyment of it. It was everything that I hoped it would be and more, and I feel like I can't give it a rating because it would be like rating someone's life, if that makes any sense. But if I had to give it a rating, it would be 10 out of 10. I'm gonna talk more about this. I don't know. I wanna make a review video, but I feel like the review video would turn into a discussion video because every time I wanna talk about this book, it's like, it's impossible not to spoil someone because it's the 4th book in a series, and it's like, if you haven't read the other books by now, just read the other books, they're amazing. But yeah, so I read it. It was, oh my god, like I said this in that video, but you know, like with this series, because it's my favorite series and because I just love the book so much and because I just love the way Tahereh Mafi writes, going into this book, I wasn't at all worried about it not living up to expectations. Like I didn't have any expectations because I knew that this story is Tahereh Mafi's, or sorry, I keep pronouncing her name wrong. Tahereh is how you're supposed to say it. Tahereh Mafi's story, and so I trust that the author is gonna write it how she feels that she needs to write it. And this perspective that I kind of have is just due to one, because I'm personally writing some stuff which I'll get into later, but I just know that this is her story. I mean, it feels like it's all of our stories, you know, for everyone who loves this series, it feels like it's so personal for us, but at the end of the day, it's her story, and I know that she's gonna write it the way that she wants to write it and the way it's supposed to write it. But this book was just like the answer to all of the questions I've had reading the first 3 books in the series. I'm going to make a full video with my spoiler-free thoughts, and then probably half of it will be like spoilery, so I'll let everybody know before I like like go into it, but just know it was amazing, and it was one of those books you finish it and I had to start it again. I flipped to the end, I had a moment, there was tears, there was screaming, and then I flipped right back to the beginning to start it all over again because it was just like, anyways, okay, I'm not gonna talk about this too much, otherwise it's gonna be like the last vlog. It's just gonna be a mess of emotions. So anyways, I read it, I finished it, that weekend after I finished my finals, I flew to Hawaii for a week, and again, I had planned on vlogging, but it was just really, like, I just really needed a break. If you guys know, I had done 2 back-to-back 24-hour readathons. It was finals week, and I was just, by Sunday, I was so drained, even after finishing this book as well. So that whole week, I just slept and spent time with my mom, and it was really nice. And I did read books, okay? So let me move on to the other books that I read. On the airplane to my destination for spring break, I picked up the second book in A Darker Shade of Magic by one of my new favorite authors, V.E. Schwab, Victoria Schwab. Amazing Woman, Gathering of Shadows by Victoria Schwab. Okay, so this is the second book in A Darker Shade of Magic series. I started it because after I finished Restore Me, I just needed, like, I wasn't ready to go into a world that was brand new because, like, I was still processing all the new stuff I found out about that world. So I needed to, like, go back into a world that I knew. And so I was like, oh my god, what series did I recently start but not finish? Read half the book on my plane rides. My first plane ride was like 3 hours, and my second plane ride was 6 hours and 40 minutes. So I had a lot of time to read. So I literally got through halfway, like 3/4 of the book. And I finished it 2 days ago, and like, reading, okay, let me just say, Victoria Schwab is my kind of magic writer. Like, her magic is dark, like Maggie Stiefvater, Victoria Schwab. I probably said her name wrong. The reason why I love these authors so much is because the magic that they create in their books is like this darker sort of magic, and it's like this kind of a little bit morbid but not really like feel to it, and it's very like witchy, and oh my god, I love that. Like, that is the kind of magic I love, and that is what we got in this book, and the sequel was just as good as the first book. Honestly, I cannot decide which one was better, the first book or this book. I'm still debating it, but the new characters we get in this book is making me like slightly rank this book higher than the first one, only because there's certain characters, I'm not gonna go into detail because I don't want to spoil you, but there's certain characters that just like take this book to the next level, and I always say like the characters can make a boring plot the most interesting thing. Not that the plot is boring or anything, but then lastly, I have been going back and forth between these 2 books recently. Like, for some reason, I've been really in the mood for like essays and short stories and poetry and stuff, and I think we all kind of like, I think it's because I've read such heavy books recently that I kind of need like the simplicity, well, I mean, maybe not entirely simple, but the simplicity of like essays and poems and short stories and stuff that you can just read and then like, you know, have a moment with it and then like go on to like the next poem, short story, essay. I have been rereading the Maya Angelou's complete poetry collection, and again, I've gotten all like the first half of this book is like my favorite. And then also another book that I recently got that was sent to me by Nothing But the Truth Publishing is called All the Women in My Family Sing, and it's a collection of stories by a multitude of different authors, all of them women of color. This whole book was produced and published by women of color, which is amazing, but there's so many stories that I was able to resonate in here with, and one of my favorite essays is called What's in a Name. But anyway, so that is a quick update on what I've been reading. Yeah, that's been like the past 3 weeks that you guys have missed. You haven't missed much. It's mainly just me sitting and reading and writing and drinking lots of coffee and contemplating the future of my characters, which is what I want to get into next. But first, let's cut to the chase and get to what I'm going to be reading today. It is currently April 3rd, and it is 1:43 p.m. So today I've actually been up since 5 a.m. because I had a very early morning lab this morning. Yes. So anyways, I finished school by like noon, but I've been up for a while and I've had a few classes. Today I will be reading a book that has been highly anticipated, one that I received an ARC for, but I also have a finished copy of it now, which I should grab. But the book I'm reading today is one that I have been highly anticipating. You may have seen it sitting on my Rick Riordan shelf because it is the newest addition to my Rick Riordan shelf. Aru Shah and the End of Time by Roshni Chakshi. This book is the newest book under Rick Riordan Presents new imprint, and Rick Riordan has an imprint now in which he helps authors share stories, middle grade stories, just like Percy Jackson, stories that have to do with the author's heritage and their mythologies that are associated with their culture. And so this book is the first book that I've honestly ever read that has to do, or am going to read, that has to do with Hindu mythology, and I'm so excited because the way this book is described is as Percy Jackson meets Sailor Moon, which I don't know if you guys are like big Sailor Moon fans, but I was. This video today is with paid promotion with Disney Book Group, and I'm really excited to work with them to be able to like, it was so crazy because I used to I'm a huge, you guys know Rick Riordan is like what got me into reading and the reason why I'm a reader now, and so now I get to work with them for this new release and I'm so excited. So I'm going to be vlogging reading this book today, and it is a middle grade book, so it shouldn't take me very long to read. I think it's just around 316 pages and it's middle grade. So this book came out March 27th, and again it has to do with Hindu mythology and follows our main character who has a tendency to extend the truth when it comes to things. And so I am also doing a giveaway in this video for a copy of this book as well as a sleep mask. If you want a chance to win this book, all the details will be in the guidelines below. I'm going to give you guys 3 facts about myself. 2 of those things are lies, 1 of those things is the truth. To win this giveaway, you have to guess what the truth is. Leave it down below. First fact, at one point, I had 7 rabbits. Is it true? Is it not? Second fact, I broke my leg twice. Third fact about me, I have a secret talent for drawing people. So anyways, those are the 3 facts. Let me know which one down below is the truth. You have exactly 1 week to figure out which of the 3 facts I said about myself is the truth. I will pick a winner and message them via YouTube. So you do have to have an active, or not an active YouTube channel, but you have to have a YouTube account so that I can message you that way. You have to be a US resident. I'm sorry to all my international viewers, but you have to be a US resident, and you also have to be 13 years of age or older. So I'm sorry for my youngins who are watching. I will pick the winner and then I will comment who the winner is at the bottom of this video a week from now. So yes, alrighty. Let's get into this book. I'm so excited. Okay, I just flipped open to the first page and look what I noticed. And this is something that I don't know, I didn't realize I missed until this moment, that they don't do this really, or at least in my experience, in YA books. And this is something that 1 is very much like a Rick Riordan thing, and 2 is also like a middle grade thing, but like naming the chapters and having a table of content. Hold on. If you can hear like table of content. I remember when I first read Percy Jackson, one of the most exciting things was going and looking at the names of all the chapters because it was mildly spoilery, but it also got me really excited to like read the book because there'd be a chapter called like Ascending into the Depths of Hell, and you're like, well, what is that? And it gets you really excited. So anyways, sorry, having like a nostalgic flashback childhood moment. But anyways, let's read this book. I'm so excited. I just need to read right now. I need to not think about numbers and school and just to go into this book. Okay. Hello everybody. Okay, so my hair looks like it's straight right now. It's not. I just took it out of my braids because my head was starting to hurt because I hadn't been in braids since like 5 a.m. this morning. It is 5:02 in the p.m. I'm currently 114 pages into this book and it is so wonderful. I just went and followed the author on Instagram because I wanted to see what she looked like. For some reason, the book is so good. So our main character, right? In this story, it has to do with Hindu mythology, and so our main character works at a museum, or her mother like is like a museum curator, and it's all just based off Hindu mythology. So there's different artifacts in the entire museum, and it's so cool. cool because like I don't really know much about Hindu mythology. When I was younger, my mom used to like read me stories because she was like my mom was interested in all sorts of different religions, so she would like read us really interesting stories. And so some of the stuff like Shiva and a couple of the different gods they were talking about, I was like, oh my god, like I remember this stuff. You know, when I read Percy Jackson, I knew a little bit about Greek gods, but I didn't know a lot. And that's kind of like the same with this book here. It's like I don't know a lot about Hindu mythology, so like going along and like it's really cool. It's like she'll talk about like an artifact, right, and be like, there's this elephant, and then she'll go into like a short backstory about like what this god is. But of course it's for middle grade, so she's kind of not simplifies it, but puts it in terms that are understandable for someone who doesn't know about the mythology. So anyways, I'm really enjoying it, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but my eyes are like, so I'm gonna take a nap now and then update when I wake up. And like, oh my god, my eyes are like watering for some reason. Hey everybody! Okay, so it is the next day and I'm whispering because it is 8 o'clock in the morning and my brother is sleeping. But I have a full day of classes today. Yeah, I won't be back until like 4 p.m. But yes, I am still 100 and I think like 15 pages into Aru Shah. I read a little bit more. Ooh, please focus. I read a little bit more this morning. But yeah, I plan on reading and hopefully finishing the book later today. Tomorrow I only have one class, which is really nice. So yeah, so there's gonna be like a huge time jump, but yeah, we're gonna hopefully get through this, survive 3 classes today, which doesn't sound too bad, but 2 of them are like 2-hour classes. And then I will be back in the afternoon, so see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Hello everybody! Okay, so it is currently 4:36 p.m. and I am very tired and very hungry. I had a full day of classes today. I was gonna bring my camera to vlog, but all my classes today were back to back. So I had like a 2-hour lecture, had to run across campus to another hour lecture, had like 30 minutes to like grab coffee, grab a granola bar, and then run over to my next like 2-hour lecture, and then commute all the way home. So I'm back now and I have so much homework to do, but nevertheless, we are gonna read because I need to like take my mind off of like just like, you know, schoolwork. So anyways, I'm gonna make some food and then dive back into Aru Shah. I am like loving this book so much because it's just, I don't know. Okay, so like when I was younger, I would come home from school when I was like 10, 11, 12, right? And I would immediately do the same thing where I'd just like make food and then dive into whatever Rick Riordan book I was reading, because I was always reading a Rick Riordan book. So I feel like it's like a huge throwback right now for me. And I don't know, I love it. I love how fast-paced middle grade is. Like I said, I just finished reading 2 pretty like heavy, not heavy books, but like pretty like world building heavy, pretty like fantasy magic heavy books. So it's nice to like dive into a book that's like mythology and like magic based, but isn't super like high fantasy sort of thing. High dystopian, is high dystopian a thing? I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna make some food because I'm hungry and I'm kind of feeling mac and cheese. So we're gonna make mac and cheese, even though it's not the healthiest thing, but it's okay. We're gonna eat an apple too, so it'll be good. It'll be good. If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? It is currently 10, or not 10 p.m. What am I talking about? It is currently 7 p.m. now. It has been 5 to 6, 6 to 7, about 7 hours. I mean, 2 hours. Oh my god, you guys, you see this, what's going on right now? Me not being able to like make sentences. This is what happens at the end of a school day. But okay, no, but it's been about 2 hours and I read another 100 pages of this. So I have about, let me see, I'm on page 223, so 301, 323. So I have about like roughly 100 pages left here. And I'm kind of sad because just like I said, like these books are so fast paced one day am gonna write middle grade, and speaking of writing, I'm gonna talk about something that I'm actually doing right now. But one day I hope to be able to write not only young adult, but be able to write middle grade. And personally, I think writing middle grade is harder than YA because you are having to write for a younger audience, and so you have to be like cautious of the way you say things and like the vocabulary you use, and like there's just I don't know, I feel like it takes a lot of talent to write middle grade. Middle grade authors are very underrated and are kind of seen as like, oh, you know, they're in like the easy genre of writing, and so much praise goes to like adult authors, like new adult, young adult authors, but like it is hard to write for children. Like even just reading this, I mean, I'm not 12 years old, but just the simplicity of it and the way, you know, the pace of the book is fast but not too fast, but you still like get a full idea of the world and like the gods they're talking about. Like it's like big concepts they're like condensing down for like the younger mind, and I just think that just takes so much skill, and I hope to have that talent one day. But speaking of writing, so it is officially April, and this month I am working fully 100% on the book that I'm writing, which thank you for all. I think I have like 3,000 reads right now on my book that I put up on Wattpad. I put the first 6 pages, or 6 chapters, sorry, up on Wattpad for people to read, and I've just gotten so much love and support for it, and you guys just really love it. And I hate to say it, but I'm actually going to be taking my story down off of Wattpad, to finish writing it and to actually attempt to like get it published. And that's not something like I've been talking about. I don't make like writing vlogs really. I mean, I write in my vlogs, but I don't make writing vlogs, just because you know, writing's like very personal for me, and I feel like it puts this pressure on me and this like expectation that I don't like when like I share like a little too much about my writing, and then people are kind of just like, you need to add, you know, they want to know more. And then it makes it harder for me to write personally. I'm kind of like a secretive writer, like that person that kind of like hides away for a month and then comes back with like 30,000 words and it's like, hey guys, guess what? I was just writing. Like, if you're wondering, I'm not dead, I was writing. As you guys know, V.E. Schwab is like my new, like one of my new favorite authors, and I discovered she has a YouTube channel and she gives really amazing writing advice on her channel. And something that she uses and like swears by is the calendar method, and it is the method that I actually started this month. If you can see, I have stickers here, so each sticker represents 500 words that I've written, and so if you can see, I wrote 1,000 words on Sunday, another 1,000 words on Monday, and only like 250 words yesterday. But yesterday was like a long day for me, or actually no, yesterday was a long short day, and I was vlogging, you guys saw yesterday, and I put a little X there just so I can, you know, visually see that I did not meet my goal of writing 1,000 words. Anyway, so it's really nice because it keeps you accountable and you can just look at it, and even though like yesterday I didn't write much, you know, I see that I wrote a lot on Sunday and Monday, and so it keeps me kind of going. So anyways, I started doing this because of Victoria Schwab. This is her method, so I think she got the method from someone else as well, but you can use this for all sorts of things, not just writing. And then of course you can get like cute little stickers. These are Easter themed stickers because it was Easter 2 days ago. I may have stolen them from my 3-year-old sister. But anyway, so this has been my chart, and I will hopefully by the end of the month have this full of stickers, and my goal is at the end of this month to have an additional 30,000 words written of my story. If you guys have read my story, it has changed a lot from what I have on Wattpad right now, and I'm really excited about it. And also the reason why I'm pulling it off of Wattpad is because I think Wattpad's wonderful for like getting feedback and stuff, and I feel like everyone who read it, you guys are all like my beta readers of this story, and I love you guys so much. So thank you for all your feedback, positive, negative. I just love to hear it all. But the one thing that's hard with Wattpad is you can't go back and change something that you've written. I mean, you can edit it, but if you already have like all your followers have read that chapter, and then you notice that you didn't add something that's key to like the plot later on, you can't just like go back and change that without telling everyone like, hey, you guys have to go back and reread this chapter. There's like this big secret thing that I added that, yeah. So anyways, but I'm going to end my vlog here. Like I said, I have 2 peer reviews to write for my writ class, and then of course my own personal writing to do for my calendar method here. and then I hope to be able to finish Aru Shah tonight, but I'll probably finish it tomorrow. Luckily tomorrow I only have one class, yay! And then I have some hopefully exciting videos coming for you guys. But yeah, so thank you so much for following along, and until next time, keep reading, and I'll talk to you guys later.